And recruiting Florida DBs is a great way to get more athletic. They have a commitment from one, CJ Bronaugh, the speedster, putting out some insane track times here in recent weeks. 10-3 in the 100 meter, just ran sub 21 in the 200 meter. He told me in the fall his goal in track this spring was to by the end of the season run sub 21. We're in Feb and he's already done that. He's already won 10-3 in the 100 meter. He's hoping to go 10-1, if not sub 10, which we'll see if that happens, but that would be blazing.
Yeah.
A guy that's, a kind of a true track kid, trains with Tyson Gay. But the junior tape's pretty impressive. Nebraska got an early commitment from him. But this is a recruitment that is growing and kind of, John, kind of where it is, how serious do you think, or how strong do you think Nebraska's chances are of one, holding on, and two, what kind of battle do they face here in the next couple of months just to try and hold on to that recruitment commitment?
Yeah, I think with CJ, you're sort of on the front end of this thing, which means one, great evaluation, right? Great early eval by the Nebraska staff. Because yeah, the thought with this kid always was kind of just a track guy, and then the junior season tape looked different. I think what makes it even more unique is that he's up at Windermere High School, which you think of the Orlando area and you're like, yeah, there's so much talent, but there's different subsections of the city and the metro area where the perception is even stronger. Windermere's in the opposite end of that. It's a nicer area. It's not known for producing as high a clip as some of the other parts of that Orlando metro. So I think those elements cause his recruitment to be slower out of the gate, almost no matter what he put on tape. So Nebraska not only offering and pushing for him, but landing that commitment. That was sort of the bat signal moment in the Bronaugh recruitment that made everyone else say, hold on, let me cycle back here. Oh, this junior tape's very, very good. And we already knew about the track stuff. So maybe he's not just a track guy. So I think that combination, was really creating the buzz around this recruitment. And he's only followed it up with more ways to create buzz. And you mentioned it. I mean, popping that sub 21 in the two and a 10-3 in the 100, I think even more so just from a casual perspective is going to turn heads. So, hey, who is this guy? What does he do well? So I think in terms of the battle element you asked about, I think that's well ahead. I think the track season, this camp season, this is really going to be the beginning of, hey, who's really going to jump in and try to compete with Nebraska for CJ? So I just thought that early eval and take was so smart by Nebraska because now on CJ's end, you could understand it going both ways. One, hey, the glitz, the glam, all the love that he's about to get is great. And falling in love with that as a teenager, totally understandable. But we've seen in the past, there's a loyalty factor there that might push Nebraska's lead or distance from others that much higher because, hey, y'all were here before this logo, this logo, this logo. So I think that element, which again was really the catalyst for this recruitment to go national, I think could become, even bigger as we get closer to his senior season and ultimately national signing day. But certainly, I think easily we can say, hey, the toughest stretch of this recruitment is still potentially well ahead, if not, for the spring and summer where we expect schools to push for official visits.
Right, that's the big thing is going to be official visits where he gets out to, and I think Nebraska understands what they have. I think Nebraska understands who they had back in the fall. I recall when he made his first visit on campus, he was flanked with 2, 3 recruiting assistants, and I had fans asking like, "Who is that? Why are they like that's an unranked like at the time unranked, no stars? Why are they surrounding him like that? Why are they making him such a priority? You have other guys on campus." And then you watch the tape and you're like, oh yeah, that makes sense. Guy had I think 6 picks, 6 interceptions, despite missing half the season as a junior, and a guy that again is running these track times that we're talking about at plus 6 foot.